Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Victoria here, Radiant Moon Tarot. This is October 25th and this is your daily reading for today. If you're new to my channel, this is Wednesday, and on Wednesdays we do some midweek motivation, and this is where we just pull out some words of advice, wisdom, to get us through our days. And it feels like it's especially important this week. We've got a lot of heavy energy going on. The astrology for the week, we are in eclipse season, and specifically eclipse week this week, and the astrology is just wild. So there's a lot of things going on. You may find that people's tempers are a little bit flared at this time. You might find that people or yourself or situations around you are just a little bit unpredictable. So it's very important to connect with nature, to center ground your energy, to find a little bit of quiet space for yourself. And so we're just going to pull out some very wonderful words just to kind of get you through the rest of your week, some advice, wisdom, etc. from Spirit. So we're going to start out, I love it. We're going to start out with the human energy, okay? And this is remember forgetting. Now, doesn't that sound like a little bit of a strange message to get out, right? But the thing is in this energy, sometimes we need to remember that we are human, right? And yes, we are spiritual beings. We are, wonderful souls, right? But we are having this 3D human experience. And sometimes in this energy, we forget that, right? We forget that certain things are meant to happen, or we're meant to experience them. There's certain things that we've signed up for before we have incarnated in this earthly realm. So, we beat ourselves up. We hold on to resentments. We feel guilty for things in our life. And, sometimes we need to remember that we're meant to make certain mistakes, and sometimes the mistakes that we make, they are part of our path because we're meant to learn from those things. So this is a reminder here for you to remember, right, that you are a spiritual being having this human experience. We don't come here with a handbook, even though we show a book here. We don't come in here with How to Be Human for Dummies, that series there, right? And so it is a learning curve. And as we're learning, gaining knowledge, experience, wisdom, we are bound to take a misstep or two, just as we are bound to have those successes in our life as well. But this energy, this card here, is not just a card of remembering. It's, what have you forgotten? You may feel at the moment that there's something missing, something that you can't quite put your finger on. What is that? Is this an aspect of you? Have you lost a part of yourself? Have you forgotten who you are? Have you spent time and energy, really focusing on other people? When is the last time you did something nice for yourself? When is the last time you followed your own personal goals and dreams? So there is an element here of forgetting something. A part of you lost or missing. Some of you have actually forgotten where you put something in reality, right? It's like, oh crap, where did I put that thing? So in this energy here, part of the ways that we can really connect with our higher selves, connect with who we are, is to, number one, connect with the earth. This is very much a connection between humans and the earth. But this is also about taking that little bit of time and space for yourself to just sit in quiet contemplation, just allow your conscious mind to relax a little bit, allow the energy to flow. And this is quite often where we remember something that we forgot, where we get clarity, enlightenment, where we get that epiphany moment that we sometimes do long for. So if there's been something that you've forgotten about, something missing, something lost in your life, this might be the time where you can find it. We have a blessing of the waters coming out here for you guys. Card number 4. Now, I love 4s. All right. 4s are, I'm just going to grab this. 4s are representative of stability and security. If we think of the 4th house in astrology, it's your home. It's your family. It's your sense of security and privacy, right? 4s are also associated with your career, with how you make your money, that kind of thing. So the 4s is, really saying to you in this energy to focus on the important things in your life. Where do you feel most authentic? Where do you feel like you can be yourself? What does your home look like? Is it full of clutter and chaos, or is it nice and simple, calm and serene? Wherever you work right now, is it giving you what you need to feel balanced, secure, stable, like you've got the good foundation in your life, right? Or is it time for a change? This week especially is very profound for a lot of disruption, a lot of changes, possibly some endings, but maybe even some new beginnings. And a blessing of the waters is an energy of cleansing, purifying, healing comes in here with this. The water energy has to do with your heart, with your emotions, but also with your creativity. So this is a time where we can really focus on the things that make us happy, focus on the things that we want to repair, fix in our lives. What do we want to blossom in our lives? Sometimes we need to take a creative approach rather than a logical one. And if we look at the imagery on the human card there, right, we've got all of these birds flying away, a little bit of freedom in that energy, but also this is about freeing your mind, freeing yourself from anything that has been really weighing down on you. And so it can be a very cleansing energy, but it can also be one of spiritual transformation, right? Recognizing that, we are a cog in the world, but everything is connected with us, right? So I think in here, through connecting with your heart space, through connecting with your energy, there's some sort of answers that may come to you here, and perhaps even some growth on some level for you. All right. But the water energy, very cleansing, very purifying, calm, peaceful. Some of you might be not just, inclined to connect with nature right now, but find water. Water, very important. And of course, we do have this full moon lunar eclipse in a couple of days, and full moon's very associated with number one, feminine energy, right? It was the moon, but also the full moon, very connected with water. And if you've ever been to the ocean, if you're fortunate enough to live by the coast, and when you do see the full moons, right, it affects the tides in a big, big way, especially like super moons and stuff, right? And so I take my dog to the beach every once in a while. Love it when there's a big full moon at low tide, because we can go way, way, way out, right? It's a huge energy pulling our oceans. So, when we have this intense energy that affects huge bodies of water like our oceans, what does it do to us, right? So it can help pull things out of us, but it can also draw things towards us, right? The high tide and the low tide, the ebb and the flow. And this is what you're invited to connect to. So find a way to connect with some water at some time, just to help get you in the flow, to help you to do a little bit of cleansing, whether it's spiritual, emotional, right? Water can be very healing in its energy. And so whether it's, you go out for a walk in the rain, or you sit by a river, lake, pond, stream. If you can sit by the ocean, wonderful. But if you don't have any of those things available to you, have a shower, and a cleansing shower. But in that shower, your intention for that shower is to cleanse and purge anything that is blocking your flow of wonderful energy in there. So a blessing of the waters is yours. We have salt coming out here for protection. And so big message for you. Salt, salt of the earth, right? And sometimes we're a little bit salty. So you may have some salty people around you at this time and this week. And this is a reminder to not just connect with the earth, with the water, but also to ground and protect your energy in some way. Try not to let other people's energies or things really impact you. Try not to absorb their energies, right? So how we do that, you can do some workings with salt. You can work with some crystals, right? That kind of thing. And whether this is just sprinkling some salt around you, or eat a little bit of salt, it can be that as well. All right. Have a salt lamp, right? I've got these Himalayan salt lamps here, or carry around a piece of crystal or something, right? Just something to protect your energy. And it doesn't have to be salt. It can be pretty much anything that works for you. For some of you, visualizations will work for you. I've got a friend, I think I've told you guys this before. I have a friend who she envisions a wall of mirrors around her when she is going into these environments that's just, right? She just doesn't want to go to. Just the thought of having to go to, in with a group of people will just like give her hives. And so she'll envision a wall of mirrors around her, but the reflective surface of the mirror is facing out. So any good energy comes in, but anything that she doesn't want to absorb, it all bounces back out. And so that really does help her. Some people can envision like protection, like a protective bubble. Some of you it's white, some of you it's gold and sparkly. I like the gold and sparkly one because I like sparkly things. But so whatever works for you to ground and protect your energy is very important for this at this time, especially with all of this ups and downs and bumpy energy that's going on around you, right? We want you to be centered and grounded and stable in your own energy, in your own environment. Sometimes part of the protection energy may be that there is someone around you that may not have your best interests at heart, not the way they should. All right. And so you are being invited to recognize, right, what is positive for you in certain relationships, and recognize what are the more challenging ones or kind of soul sucking ones, right? This is a time for you to protect yourself by possibly changing how you connect with people, change your connection with people. And, not everyone is meant for us. And sometimes, especially at this time of the eclipse, this can be where you eclipse people or situations out of your life, right? And that is a form of protecting yourself, right? Setting yourself up for a better future, even if it involves some very tricky energies and aspects of letting things go. We have the Five of Pentacles, the Star, beautiful, love it. And we have the Wheel of Fortune there for you. So things may be bumpy at the moment, or there may be things that you do need to let go, or maybe you feel as though there's things that you've detached from or things that you've lost. The Five of Pentacles can sometimes be that element of just feeling like not everything is right with the world, feeling like you've missed out on something, feeling like you have lost something and you really want things to turn around. It's got an element of longing. The Five of Pentacles is a difficult card. It's a difficult energy. It's something that we need to focus on. And in this energy, this can show that sometimes the best path forward is to walk away to something new. But sometimes here we just need to process some emotions. We need to really connect with our heart space here in this energy and think, what do I really want? Can I fix a situation? Can I turn something around? Is my best path forward to embrace something new and to let something go? If you have been experiencing some difficulties and some losses in your life that impact you emotionally, right? A lot of things do, even in like career or business, they say, oh, it's just business, it's not personal. Well, of course it's personal, right? It affects you in some way, so it is personal. So, whatever it is that you've been going through, there is this element of loss, longing, needing to make a difficult choice, a difficult decision. There's something here that needs to be processed. But the great thing with the Five of Pentacles here is this, where, we have an opportunity to turn things around, right? It is a lack energy. So we have been in some very difficult times. We've been through times of, being separated from our people, of isolation. Financially, things are quite expensive. We've got like housing crisis all over the place. We've got really expensive groceries all of a sudden, but yet corporations are making massive record profits, right? So how does that make us feel? Five of Pentacles. Like we're missing out on something. Like someone is maybe even out to get us, right? There's like this whole thing going on. And, while those things may be the case, right? The Five of Pentacles reminds us that there's another way, there's a better way, there's a different way. but we need to find it, okay? Or we need to be extra resourceful at this time. And so even though it is a challenging energy, there is a possibility of turning things around. It just depends on what we do, what plans we put in place, and what steps that we take, right? We quite often have to kind of think outside the box with this, right? Or we need to ask for help even in this. But energetically, Five of Pentacles is an energy of lack, and we want to get rid of that. And we want to bring in and focus on an energy of abundance. The star will help us do that. The star card is Aquarian energy, very futuristic, very much about your wishes, okay, your ability to harness and attract all of the energy and the power that the universe has to offer and manifest things into your 3D world. So it's a beautiful energy there, right? But we need to remember to embrace this positive, abundant energy and bye-bye lack. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Okay, just like these birds flying free, we need to free ourselves from this energy. The star brings success, abundance. It also brings peace and harmony and calm and serendipity into us. Blessings flow to you when we get the star card. Miracles happen when the star card comes out, and it is a big, big, big yes card. But sometimes we need to be a little bit patient, all right? And sometimes we need to make a conscious effort to turn our own energy around. The star card, Aquarian energy, is ruled by Uranus. Uranus does bring shakeups. Uranus does bring some sudden things, unexpected things, right? Creates a little bit of chaos, but it's to set us up for a better future. And with the Wheel of Fortune, this is a time of change for us. But the Wheel of Fortune brings about fated events, and we are very full on in this eclipse energy right now as I do this reading. So expect the unexpected. The Wheel of Fortune does bring a very positive turning point, connected with Jupiter, right? So right after this eclipse, like hours after the eclipse, we've got some very interesting activity with Uranus, which is ruler of the star card and Aquarian energy. But we also have a very big benefit at this eclipse with Jupiter. And Jupiter rules the Wheel of Fortune. Wisdom, luck, expansion, growth, opportunities, abundance in our lives. So this can be a time where you have the ability to shift from lack, not having enough, time of loss, right? And do something a little bit better, or be a little bit more creative, or just really embrace this positive, abundant mindset and turn things around for the better. It's not always easy to do. It's hard to get out of this energy, right? Not going to lie. It's very hard to get out of that energy sometimes when we are very much in the depths of it. But you have all of this planetary help coming in here for you to help you break free, to help you find freedom. Part of the Uranus energy with that star card in Aquarius is breaking free, moving forward, leaving something behind because there's something better in your future. There's something better that lies ahead. And the Wheel of Fortune will help turn things around for you here as well. Better cycle for you, and maybe even get you a lucky break or some really great surprises at this time. So remember, we've got to make that conscious effort, right, to release ourselves from that. We don't want that Five of Pentacles energy. It's not a pleasant one, right? And it's just, right? It's just not a wonderful thing to get stuck in. But let's face it, we all get stuck there, right? It's been hard times in the last couple of years. But this eclipse is a major transformation, big endings, big changes, right? And we might not see everything all in one day, right? But, as things unfold, right, things might get a little bit more stable. There might get some things out of the woodwork, but you'll see the after effects of this, and hopefully with all of this energy in a very positive way. We've got the candle energy here for you, another card, number 4, by the way. So I do feel that some of you are going to be feeling as though you are a little bit more grounded and stable, as though you do have a better sense of who you are, a better sense of your environment. Sometimes we need to take a step back in order to propel ourselves forward, or in order to just regroup, refocus, and renew. So sometimes we have to experience loss or lack to get ourselves in that energy, shake things off, right? And then get ready to go out and face the world again. But the candle energy brings in this beautiful rainbow aura. Great time for you here to engage in any kind of meditative practices, to do some cord cutting rituals, right? Especially if you do any like guided meditations or anything like that, right? We cut those negative energetic cords that we don't want, and then our aura is cleansed. Beautiful. But the candle brings illumination. And so clarity, enlightenment, this is a hugely spiritual time for a lot of people, especially with this eclipse happening just a few days before Halloween or Samhain, whatever it is you celebrate at this time of year, the veil is thin. So this is our really big opportunity for us to connect with our higher mind, higher self, to connect with our spiritual soul tribe, right? We'll be talking about this probably all week. And I do feel that there might be some sort of clarity, some sort of message that does come to you, and it might actually kind of like the human card blow your mind in some way. You could remember that you forgot something, right? In that energy, weird as that sounds, kind of like old lang syne, right? Whenever I get this card, I'm reminded, if you're old enough, I'm reminded of when Harry met Sally, and Harry's sitting there going on about old lang syne, and go watch it if you know what I'm talking about. You'll probably have a little bit of a chuckle because it's like totally nonsensical, but it kind of makes sense. Anyways, so you may remember something, right? Or something may come to light for you at this time. So keep an open mind, keep an open heart, ground, protect your energy. Meditation will be the key for you. Do some candle work if that works for you, even if it's just something simple as lighting a white candle and just doing some meditation at the time, and just welcoming in peace and balance and harmony into your life can really help you in a lot of ways. I'm going to leave all that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. We did go a little bit long, but it is big energy this week. So, there's a lot to go on, lots to talk about, right? So anyways, have a wonderful day. I thank you for watching. If you enjoyed your reading, please do hit like on this video. I truly appreciate that. And in the meantime, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.